The last video I made about background manipulation, like how to manipulate your, your image background as a photographer, like, right? So I talked about that in my next video. That last video I used Google Gemini to, manipulate the background to transform the image. So I said something in that video that in my next video I'm going to show you how to, use ChatGPT and Google Gemini, like how to use the both of them to generate a better and nice prompt for your background, you understand, to manipulate your image, right? So, and that is what this video is all about. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to get the right prompt, you understand. So you take this right prompt, take it to Google Gemini with your image, and you are going to use it to transform your image seamlessly, you understand. So guys, it's Eglow here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to this tutorial. If this is your first time of coming across my video, please do well to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button, so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. And share this video as well, so that you can also benefit others. So we are starting with ChatGPT first, right? So let's go ahead and start with ChatGPT. From ChatGPT, then we'll go to what's it called, Google Gemini, Nano Banana AI, Google Gemini, where we are going to generate and manipulate our image. All right, guys. So we are here in ChatGPT now. You can say ask anything. If you open your ChatGPT, this is how it's going to be. So I'm just going to type what I need to type now, and just So the first thing we're going to do is to give ChatGPT that image that you want to manipulate, you want to transform. You understand? So, and act like you don't know anything. Like ChatGPT should put itself in your position and act like he owns the image. You understand? So help you, get the right prompt. You understand? So this one, we're not going to instruct it to help us with this particular, set of background or something. We're just going to act like we don't know anything, right? Like we are like 100% rely on ChatGPT to do its thing. So we're just going to click on this plus button and bring the image, right? So we're going to bring the image now. Yeah, so this is the image. You can see. So the image is loaded. So this is the image I want to manipulate the background. You understand? So let me wait first for the image to load. Once it loads finished, then we'll go ahead. So now the image has loaded finished. So just go ahead and drop my text. Now if you look at it, I said I want to manipulate this background with something more powerful, right? So help me with prompts to generate a better background for this image. You understand? So like if we look at it now, okay, let's say add something. Let's add of some things. I want to manipulate background of this image, because you need to be precise, you need to be very concise, like you need to be very, very straightforward in your conversation with ChatGPT. So that alone will help the ChatGPT to be, to be precise in giving you an answer. You understand? So I said that I want to manipulate this background. I want to manipulate the background of the background of this image with something more powerful, right? So put yourself in my shoe. Put yourself in my position. Put yourself in my position to generate a prompt. A prompt that will better or transform. That will better. Sorry, better not letter. That will better transform the background, right? So let's go ahead now and wait for ChatGPT to give us the right prompt that we're going to use. Now you can see. All right, got you. I would think like you as a photographer or editor. Can you see that now? Aiming for a powerful premium available background that will still respect the pose, lighting, and hand gesture. Beautiful, right? Below are ready to use background prompt. You can drop into Photoshop, that is generative view, Firefly, Mid Journey, with image reference or any AI background. You understand? So this is ChatGPT suggesting to us the various the various sites we can use to actually generate or manipulate our background. So the generative field is inside Photoshop. You understand, the fireflies and all of that. But we are going to, whatever prompt we are able to get now, we're going to use it in Nano Banana AI. That's Google Gemini. You understand? Because that's what this video is all about. So if you look at it, the first prompt, cinematic power slash authority look, right? Now, best for branding, leadership, speaker, or portfolio. You understand? Now, if you look at the first prompt, it says replace the plain background with a cinematic dark environment, subtle smoky atmosphere, soft directional light coming from camera left, gentle rim light outlining the subject's shoulder, arms, mood, and all of that, right? Best for creative slash editorial transformation. So the third one says transform the background into an abstract energy environment with subtle flowing light streaks and soft particles behind the subject. Dark to light gradient, controlled glow, cinematic contrast, realistic depth of field, no light bleeding onto the subject's skin. Beautiful. Hence remain natural and sharp. This is just too amazing. So we can still go on and on. You can see the fourth one says outdoor power scene, natural but strong, right? So since you enjoy open feed vibes, this fits your style. So it all depends on what you want. You understand? So this is just giving you a leverage of you just going through the whole thing and see which one works better for you, right? So the fourth one says replace background with an open feed at golden hour, dramatic sky and soft cloud, no warm sunlight from side, realistic and all of that. You understand? Okay, now let's say let me go ahead and tell ChatGPT that I'm actually going to use it for a YouTube tutorial. You understand? So now let's even go up first. Let me show you what we have here. Replace the plain background with a cinematic studio environment design for professional photography tutorials. Create a dark to natural gradient background with subtle textures, soft atmospheric depth control, studio lighting, light direction, shoulder, and all of that, right? So now we're just going to go ahead and use this prompt. You understand? We'll just go ahead and use this prompt. So without any further ado, so let's head straight to our Nano Banana AI or Google Gemini now to manipulate this image. All right. So once you open your internet, once you open your web browser, whether you're using Chrome, Safari, whichever web browser you're using, so just come to the search bar. You can see search Google or type your URL. So I have it before because I've been using it. You can see Nano Banana, Gemini, whichever one. So just know that the most important thing, this is the logo. You understand? So you're going to see something like this. So take note. You can see Google Gemini. All right. So open it. Yeah. So wait for it for the interface to load, finish. So once the loading completes, then we just go ahead, bring our image, drop the prompt and go ahead to generate our background. You understand? You can see. All right. So let's go ahead and bring our image now, right? So you first click on this pro, right? So make sure it is on this. Make sure you can see the settings, right? Gemini 3. So take note. So click on the plus and the plus says add files, right? Upload files, add from drive, add from photos, and all of that, right? So we're just going to click on add upload files, right? Click on it. So you locate your image. You understand? You locate it and see this is the image. You understand? So this is the image that we generated that prompt for. You understand? That prompt that ChatGPT gave us is strictly for this image. So you're just going to go ahead and use it for the image, right? So now click on it, then open it. So it's going to take some few seconds for it to load, and once it loads, it loads finished, then we just give it our prompt and it will generate it for us and see the magic it's going to create, right? All right, so I really don't want to type it again. I've copied the prompt, so I'm just going to paste it and at the same time still read it to your hearing, right? So you can see our prompt. This is it. This is what ChatGPT gave us to use to manipulate the background of this image. It says replace the plain background with the cinematic studio environment design, right? for professional photography tutorials. Create a dark to natural gradient background with subtle texture, soft atmospheric depth, and controlled studio lighting, right? Light direction should match the subject's existing light. Perfect. With gentle rim lights on the shoulders for separation. Wow. Add realistic floor contact shadows beneath the feet, right? And box. Maintain natural skin tones, sharp hands, and fingers. You understand? Accurate proportions and ultra realistic photography quality. The result should look powerful, clean, and educational, not distracting. Now, this is what ChatGPT gave us. Now, I am going to add that keep the image, very important to add this unchanged, and preserve the quality of the image. You understand? This is very, very important, right? So adding this is very important because sometimes, right, when you use Nano Banana AI or Gemini to generate something, so sometimes it tends to alter the original image. You understand? It tends to alter the quality of the original image, which in most cases you may not want. You understand? So it is very important that you add this last sentence that I added. So now let's go ahead now and generate our background. You can see, click here, submit. So let's submit. So you can see stop response, which means it is loading already. You can see it is loading already. So we'll just give it some seconds, or yeah, some seconds for it to just load and finish. So when you are doing this, right, make sure you have a very strong network so that it will be fast and there will be interruption. You understand? Very important. And let me say this: if you're a photographer and you are not using this yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You understand? I don't know what you're waiting for. This is very, very powerful, very, very helpful for photographers. It helps you in being creative with either your shoot, your edit, whatsoever you are doing that you're confused about. Trust me, ChatGPT is there to help you. You understand? So it has finished generating. Guys, you can see this is it. This is it. Like this is if I say this is more than perfect, it looks as if I am exaggerating. You understand? Guys, you can see. Give us the exact image of what the prompt says. You understand? Because I said I was going to use this for a tutorial video. So the prompt talks about giving it like a studio feel background, where it's going to give a rim light. You still remember, it talks about a rim light. Now the rim light now is creating a fill light on the shadow. You understand? Fill light on the shadow and side of the cheek. Can you see? This is so perfect, guys. This is so real. Like, this is so real. So this is how to use ChatGPT plus Nano Banana or Google Gemini to manipulate your image. Not just manipulate your image, to improve your work as a photographer, right? To improve your creativity. You understand what I'm saying now? So first thing first, you have to act like you don't know what you are doing, like you are confused and you are in the state of confusion, like you don't even know what to do, you don't know how to go about this. ChatGPT will help you structure what you're supposed to do, put you on the right pedestal, and give you the right prompt on how to go about it. I believe this is like simplified enough and this is understood. You understand? So if you look at it now, right? So another thing that is very, very important that you need to take note of is that in every of your conversation with ChatGPT, you have to be very, very specific. Be specific, be direct. You understand? If you already have something in mind that you want to generate, that is totally understood. That's another thing. Put it forward to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will now help you restructure it, like reframe it. You understand? To a better version of that thing that you are trying to better version of that is what you are trying to get. You understand? Now, another thing you need to understand is that whenever you are trying to manipulate your background, always tell ChatGPT, what the image is for. Like, take for instance, the last one I did, like the last video I did, the bride was, the model was putting on a white garment that represents like a wedding feel, right? So ChatGPT gave me that background that give that flowery background, outside that wedding feel. You understand? So if you're able to, instruct and tell your GPT, oh, this is what I want to use this image for. Maybe you want to use it for a fashion, for brand, creative, leadership, whatsoever you want to use it for. just make sure that you specify. You understand? Just make sure that you specify, and trust me, ChatGPT is going to give you like exact, like exactly what you want. You understand? So now let's just go ahead and download the image. So if you are not cool with this, right, you can see redo. If you're not cool with this, you can go ahead and redo and see what ChatGPT will give to you. You understand? But trust me, I think I'm okay with this, right? I think I'm okay with it. I'm just going to go ahead and download the image. You can see the download full size. So let's click and download. You can see the image downloading full size. So once the image is done downloading, then we'll just go back to the download and see the image fully. You understand? Like in full form. So let's give it some seconds for the image to download. I want to see if my internet is still connected. It's fully connected. Yeah, image downloaded. So let me minimize this now. Let's go back to system, go back to download and see. You can see this is it. Guys, this is perfect. It doesn't alter the quality of the image. It doesn't change. It doesn't distort the skin tone. It doesn't change anything concerning the quality, the structure, the pose, of the subject. You understand? Instead, it's added more life, like transform the image in a more defined way. Now, if you look at it now, you can see this is so powerful. The shadow and everything. It looks so real that if you're not watching this video now, or you're not here while I'm doing this, it is very difficult for you to believe that this was actually transformed with the help of Gemini or Nano Banana AI. So let me show you the before and after. This is okay. Let me select both image. This is okay. This is the image. This is the original image. You understand? This is the original image. Just like I said, I've also made video on how to clean the background of your image seamlessly with just one click. So if you want to watch the video, I'm going to attach the video to this video as well. You can also check the channel and see the video yourself. You understand? So, and the image was shot like this, like on a plain paper backdrop. You understand? This doesn't, the image is just there, right? It doesn't speak anything, but look at what we've been able to transform the image to. You understand? This is perfect. This is more powerful, right? So this is how to use ChatGPT and Google Gemini to improve your work as a photographer. This is very, very important, guys. This is very, very important. So guys, if you look at like this image before I did the background cleaning and all of that, right? So I've edited the image and also graded the image, because the image originally wasn't shot like this. You understand? The image originally wasn't shot like this. This is like the edited version of the image of how it was shot, or like of when it was shot, right? So if you want to see how I retouch or edit my images, so I've done series of videos posted on my channel. You can do well to check the channel and see how I retouch and edit my images. So if you also want to see how I color grade my images, I also have several videos on that, on how I color grade my images, transform my images from ordinary to extraordinary, like from usual to unusual. You understand? So another thing is, I'm going to drop my retouching essential pack and color grading preset of different skin tone, melanin, dark skin, light skin, different skin tone. I'm going to attach the link of everything to this video. Do well to check the description of this video and see how you can have access to them and start enjoying. Guys, let me know what you think about this video, and let me know what you want me to talk about in my next video. And as a photographer, a photo retoucher, not just as a photographer, if you are generally, if you are in this industry, this creative industry, whether you're a graphic designer, whatever you find yourself doing as a creative, right? If there's anything you find difficult to do, right, let me know in the comment section, and trust me, once I see it, I'm going to just going to attend to it as soon as possible, right? So guys, if you are here to subscribe to this channel, please do me the honor, do me that favor, hit the subscribe button, like the video, turn on the notification button, share this video so that others can also benefit from the video as well. Just like I said, let me know what you want me to talk about in my next video. Guys, see you in my next video. Bye.